Oh, I love it when we get to do these videos. It doesn't happen very often, does it? This is our initial look. I don't know how to describe it. It's going to be our initial look for the new river. It did, in fact, come out. We sort of knew it was. We were almost 100% sure. Lower Tunguska River. Okay, so I have not talked to anyone or looked at anything. I mean, the river's only been live for a short amount of time here while I was getting a little short nap in between last night's stream and the new river coming out today. Only thing I know is I did see briefly that it's level 30. And one of the reasons why I looked at that was because I knew that since I'm higher than whatever level it is, I wasn't going to be able to see a level requirement on there, so I wanted to make sure I knew that. And I did actually see that, yes, the lower Tunguska River's out. Besides that, I know nothing. I am coming into this initial look completely uninformed or unaware of any changes or anything that's going on new. Let's look at this page really quick, and then I'll get us loading into the new map, and I'll... let me first just give you a fair warning here. This is not a fishing video. You may remember back when I did this for Siberian. This is literally just going to be, let's look at all the new stuff we have to play with and get an initial look at some of the water and spots at the new map. So this is much more of just a chill exercise looking at the new map, and I want to talk more about that, but first let's just go ahead and read this. Lower Tunguska is the largest tributary of the Yenisei River, one of the most famous and majestic rivers of Siberia. Its wild and rugged beauty and the abundance of fish make Lower Tunguska incredibly attractive to fishing enthusiasts. In spite of its remote locations away from any civilization, the fishing camp has a well-developed infrastructure. There's a cafe, several shops, and a boat station. In addition to ordinary shops, a branded shop operates on the territory of the camp, where you can buy handmade baits and lures. This is the exact same write-up as it's on the forums under water bodies. When you go to Lower Tunguska River, they've added this exact same write-up there. Now, of course, my favorite type of fishing in the game is bottom fishing. So when I see that bottom tackle is 1.5 stars, I can't help but be a little bit disappointed. I always hope that the higher level bodies of water are as balanced as possible between all three, but I do recognize that something like a big river is just naturally going to be, you know, a little more geared towards spin fishing especially. It's interesting that it's 5-star float tackle, like kind of what goes into that thinking. And I wanted to see real quick, like, what is this comparable to? So Octuba is 5 stars on everything, right? And then they go higher level, and yet it's not very good for bottom tackle. But and it's interesting to me. It's always been interesting that Octuba is 5-star float. We do some float fishing there. I mean, I've been having some fun float fishing there. But 5-star float, I don't know. Of course, Amber is going to be 5-star bottom. Again, 5-star float on Amber. I mean, I guess that just means, yeah, you can catch carp on float. I don't know. Ladoga. So is this comparable to Ladoga? Yes. Okay. So again, probably the place that I fish the least in the entire game is Ladoga. And that's what this is comparable to. It's just better float than Ladoga was. Even Seversky has a higher bottom tackle rating. Okay, let's just get there. I mean, I can compare all day. Ooh, travel cost is pricey. We're up to 50 silver almost for travel costs. All right, let's get loaded in. So, one of the first questions, as we've been anticipating this new Rivers release, that gets asked on whether it's my YouTube channel or certainly when I'm live streaming, everyone's been wanting to know, like, what's your opinion on what level you think that this is going to be to get here? And of course, 30 was the easy answer. I mean, I think a lot of folks, we thought that 30 probably makes sense. It's on even numbers. It's important for the health of RF4 that they do continue to make high-level content expanding the game as the player base expands. And so we're here. But I think it's worth just saying it is sad that you think about players that are maybe like in the range of level 25 to 29. They've been playing quite a while. They've gotten some decent gear built up. And, you know, they are too excited, like, okay, there's a new water body coming out, and not quite able to go there. But, you know, that's just the way unfortunately, the way it's going to be sometimes. So, okay, so we spawn right out here. It looks like this is where the boat station's going to be, right? There's the grocery store. So let's just take a look around. Don't have a map yet, so we need to get that as soon as we can. Let's see if there's anything we can interact with other than just, like, boat tackle. Boat. Getting on the boat down here. Is there only category 8 boat? Oh, nope, there's the B. But it looks like, you know, unless mine has gotten blown away and bugged out, it looks like there's not the old B-class rubber boat, huh? Oh, look at this. Okay, maybe there'll be multiple fish markets. Maybe not. I mean, here's a fish market. I guess if you are out on your boat, that's conveniently placed, except you're going to always want to see what's in the cafe, right? And here's the boat station. Okay, this is where you buy boat tickets. So I guess we can see, wow, 5 days, 50 silver. Those prices look a little bit inflated from Octuba, just on a first glance, but not too much more than Octuba cost. Okay, we need to find the admin building. It will help me to have a map. It's also just worth taking a second here. It is very pretty. It's very pretty. I have no idea how big this map's going to be. Okay, so here's the cafe. Here's our first look at some of the fish here. So an Arctic omul, 500 grams. I have no idea what that is. A Siberian sculpin, very small fish it appears. Asian smelt, so maybe similar to the smelt that we already are familiar with. Size-wise, it looks similar. Broad white fish, so another white fish. There's some crazy looking fish in here. East Siberian grayling, so a new form of grayling. A humpback whitefish. Okay, so there's two types of whitefish. Whitefish could be an area where we might be able to do some bottom fishing, for those of us who are so inclined to want to do bottom fishing. I don't know, but okay, so there's our first look. We will go ahead and let's get through the town a little bit, and then we'll... So I wonder if there's anything new in the grocery store. I hope that it says new if there is. I don't see anything. First glance. Wait. So one of the things I said last night is in the description of this place, it talks about this being sort of this, you know, out there place, not near town or whatever, like, and I was wondering if that meant that there was going to be stock issues, and that appears to already be the case. All right, here's the tackle store. I want to look in the tackle store like crazy, but I also just really want to get a map so that we can occasionally like glance at where we're going. I mean, the admin building has got to be somewhere around here. This is what I was really curious about. From that overhead shot. What? Oh my goodness. Alright, we've got to look at that, guys, but we got to look at it slowly. I don't want to speed through all of this, but again, let me just try to find the map, the admin. Alright, that's like the town, yeah. Alright, there's the workshop, so we got to be getting close. Alright, this is going to be hardware store. Look at that old school vending machine. That is so cool. This is admin right here, because there's the ATM. Wait, where's the ATM then? Alright, let's get our map. Ooh, maps are getting expensive too. Okay. Dang! Look, guys. Wait, this area here? Okay, we're going to have to go look at that. Obviously, this is the main river. Here's a small river. This is where camp is. Look at this little... Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Okay, so it looks massive, right? Look at some of these deep holes. 17, 19. What is this going to be up here? Oh, we got to go look at that. All right, here's the cafe. So we're back up here. Let's go look in the tackle store. What is this up here? Wait, is that it? There was that one building from overhead. You could see one building that was kind of isolated, and I was wondering what that building was. It might not be anything. Okay, tackle store. So what can we see that's new? Is this a new reel? Or does it look different? Or if I just... Is it going to say new on it? Because if it doesn't, I'm not going to know everything. I just don't have that kind of brain that can absolutely recall. All right, it looks like no new rods unless I'm missing something. So no new casting rods? It doesn't look like it. We've already had all of these, right? All right, let's look at reels. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's awesome. Wait. I love the way it looks, by the way. So they replaced the Lacerti with the Lacerti 2. Okay, hold on. I've got to look at something. 4 kilo, 611, size 4,000. Oops. It's gotten weaker? Interesting. So it got reworked and it got weaker. So we got a new Hydra, the G2. This is closer to what the Lacerti used to be, except smaller spool. Oh, the Hercules looks a lot better now, doesn't it? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, a 6,000. Whoa. That competes with the Saber 60, right? 1249 is slightly more expensive. It's actually almost identical to the Proton Pro. Oh, is the Proton Pro gone? It looks like that replaced the Proton Pro, huh? It looks so cool, though. I love the way it looks. All right, and then we have the Commander 2 got reworked. That's like in the Alpha 8000 range, I guess. 2130, and this one is, it's a little cheaper. Similar. What else is new? Z Series 2. 6,000 up to 18 kilo. Huh. Okay. And the P Series. Oh, wow. That's interesting. 18.5 max drag. What is this Beluga Chronicle? All right, 18.5. This place has stock issues, doesn't it? I'm gonna have to look more closely at this. Is this its main competition? We're talking about a little bit more. 18.5. I don't know. Yeah, we'll look more closely. What is this going to be? All right, 19 kilo. That looks weird. Chronica 6000. Why does it say limited? Maybe it just never is in stock here. Maybe you have to go to Volkov. All right, low profile. Wow, a lot of the low profiles have gotten a rework. We're not going to go through all these. And we did get a, and I haven't used really, especially like high end. Look at these new limited ones. It's pretty cool looking. Okay, so the Spider R2 is on sale. No changes to classic bait casting. What does it mean with conventional reels? Is that what heavy bait casting is? Huh. Well, this is one thing I was right on. 7.5. It says type conventional. Restrictions using light conventional reels ability is required. Wait, I'm sorry guys, we got to look at our skills here. Oh, they redid our skills. Did they refund all of our skills? No. Yes. No. They refunded spin fishing. And now they've got light conventional so they're not called, and then these are heavy conventional. Oh. So these are not bait casting. They're their own category. Oh, this is going to be a real head scratcher for me to figure out how to look at all this now. So classic bait casting still has like the steelhead in it. But then conventional reels. Okay, so where does it go from winter trolling? I like that. When does it go from light to heavy? And I wonder if those share the same thing on the skill thing. They probably do, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, so let's just look. Up to 13 kilo. I mean, when do we start getting... All right, so like at this point, you're getting pretty good power. You're up to 14.5 kilos. That looks awesome. Oh, it's got a line counter. That's probably not the best example. Oh, wait, we have a new steelhead? 17.5 max drag. It cost almost 9,000 silver. So, like, what's the difference in 17.5 for the Taiga and it costs 16,000? Gear ratio 291. 481. Size. This is still light conventional reels. And this is still light. So why is this so much more expensive? 4-star, 4-star. Somebody's going to have to help me with understanding some of this new stuff. The Reef Palomar. This is still light conventional reels. But we're getting up to 19 kilo. We're getting really up there now in strength. Holy cow, look at the price jump. All right, so here we've got 22 kilo at just under 30,000 silver, at least here, right? And then the next one is 38,000. Still max drag 20 kilos. Why does it have 2 gear ratios? This is still considered light conventional gear. All right, anyway, at the top end, here's a new Vinga, and then we have the Triumph, right? So at the top end, we have they don't even have this one in stock. Or maybe it's gold only on purpose. But like, let's say this one, a 32 kilo, but this is still light conventional. Somewhere there's heavy conventional. Is that other store? I'm confused. But this goes up to 32 kilo max drag, but it's 62,000 silver. Whoa. New treble hooks? Oh, 6.0 size. They've got up to 6.0 size now because the larger fish, I guess. And no new lures in the regular tackle shop, it looks like. No new baits. There's got to be a new artificial bait somewhere, right? It must be in that other store. I'm sorry, guys. I did not intend to spend this long in the tackle store, but I am shocked at how many new reels there are, and the reworking of reels has really confused me a little bit. Okay. Man, oh man. It's actually kind of overwhelming to think about having to figure out how to re-spread out. So isn't that weird that they refunded spin fishing points, but they did not refund anything else? Okay. Okay. I don't love that because if you're adding new skills and things that we have to sort of consider that are different, then that affects how we might distribute everything. But what is this? Okay, so it comes with vodka and this. With no explanation. Shaman's tambourine. That's what was on the beach. That's what was next to the boat. It's a musical instrument? What are What are these squirrels? Taimen and large pike. That's the big boy squirrel. All right. Chipmunk. These are expensive, by the way. White mouse, gray mouse, brown mouse. These are expensive as well. So these are some new wobblers. So the vodka is only 38 silver by itself. So mostly what we're paying for here is the tambourine. These are big. They come with 6/0 hooks. Huh. Where? All right, this is the temple. This is pretty cool. I guess that's the building I was seeing that was off by itself. Okay. Am I just missing something? What does famous inhabitants mean? What does this mean, guys? All right, let's look at the fish here. All right, there's a ton of fish. All right, Amur catfish. So a new type of catfish. Arctic char, Arctic grayling, Arctic amul, Asian smelt, Baikal amul, broad whitefish, brown trout. There's burbot. Looks like some large burbot have already been caught. Crucian carp, dry again char. That is a cool looking char, by the way. Big mixture of bait fins, mixture of bait fish and lures. East Siberian grayling, East Siberian sturgeon. Big sturgeon already caught. Hey, at least there's bream, right? Garlic dough working. Check. Frog, gibble carp, humpback whitefish, eyed. Cool, it's a little lake minnow. So that float fishing probably could catch those. Looks like Spiker caught one as well. Mooksun. Nelma. I wonder if people are just like jumping in a boat and drifting. You know what I mean? Just trying to catch as many different things as they can. Pelid. Perch, pike, pink salmon. So that's going to be one we want to catch. Looks like some people are using some of the new shads and cranks. River mussel, round whitefish. Sandwich bait. Someone caught that on telly. Most likely. Sharp-snouted linnock. Rough, of course. Another char. Siberian char loach. That's a tiny little thing. A new dace, Siberian gudgeon. So we've got a lot of variances. A Siberian lamprey, roach, sardine, which looks like maybe gets up around a kilo or so. Sculpin, a new sterlet variety. Of course, taimen, which apparently taimen have already been caught. So, I mean, you can already tell taimen are going to be a lot more available here than at Belaya, it seems, which makes sense. Tench, three-spine, stickleback, and tugun. Which I knew as soon as I get here that my first thing was going to be, oh man, where's the carp? But that's just not the kind of place we're at right now, huh? It's getting late here. It's getting dark. Well, all right, let me reach out to chat and see if anybody knows. I'm just confused. All right. Let's run up to this other place over here. I want to see what is up here. Oh, these are all the discontinued stuff. Oh, okay. That one's heavy conventional. These are all light. Okay, so there just aren't many heavy conventionals. Okay, that helps a little bit. So is it that the heavy conventional has 2 gear ratios? Is someone that knows about this stuff, if you could explain that to me? Yeah, that one's... So this one's light, this one's heavy. Yeah, light, light, light. So maybe here's a heavy one. The heavy has a much higher test. It's not so much that the max drag is that affected, right? C, trophy fishing? So it's kind of like they're acknowledging that this is along the lines of saltwater reels. Okay. All right, let's see if we can get up here. I am so overwhelmed. I'm excited, to be fair, but I am so overwhelmed. So we know there's a current, of course, out on the main river. I think one question I had is like, what is this water up here? And is the current the same up here? What would be awesome if this is more like, holy cow. And so you can't get up here by boat, right? Oh, look at this water. And it gets so deep. What is that? A bear? Is this as far as we can get right here? This is it. Ah, you can't really... I mean, it's a long cast. I mean, I'm not saying you can't make the 19-meter hole. You probably can. But look, it's a long cast. So I like that this area is up here. It's interesting that we can't go out in it by boat. It's kind of like this is your, I mean, what do I have out right now? Let's, it's kind of like this is your bottom fishing area, maybe? I think we still have a current, though, don't we? Oh my gosh. The water is so clear. Wait, do we not have a current at all? Looks like the water's moving to me. Oh my word, it's so clear. Yeah, I mean... that is beautiful. I want to see it during the day up here. So many new fish, right? I'm just so overwhelmed here. I'm just trying to think like, so what stands out is there's so many new fish. There is some interesting little like new baits with like the squirrels and stuff, right? A lot of water to figure out and explore. This whole, I assume, well, yeah, so that's the question. How far up can you go in the boat in this? Probably you can, and maybe this is where those, I don't know. We'll have to go take a look. It's a lot of walking, but maybe we will. So it looks like, yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have access to, we just kind of have access to the front here, right? So this is kind of as close as you get. And really, if you're trying to get into the deep part, I mean, I don't know. This spot somewhere in here and like over from this side is probably as close as you can get as far as how far you're casting. I don't know. Maybe there's some big burbot and sturgeon and stuff in here in that deeper hole, but we're certainly not fishing all of this area. It's really interesting. And I'm just assuming that there's not like, I mean, this looks like a path, but this, we can't really go up here, can we? No. Okay. So in reality, what we know so far is we have this, what is kind of like a lake. It's kind of like Quarry Lake in a sense, but we can't access it by boat. So we just sort of have the edges and then as far as we can cast. We have the main river. which does look pretty massive. Here's the little path. And then we have the side river, and then an offshoot from the side river. You can't troll up the side stream. That's what someone just said. I want to do a lot of testing here with, you know, checking out what bottom fishing does look like here, especially up at this lake here. But I think the thing that makes the most sense is to just get out and start trolling and finding little spots to spin fish from. Okay, so here's the little offshoot. Wait, are they saying that you can't? Surely you can troll up here. What you can't do, I'm assuming what they mean is troll off of this little side thing here. Let's go see. I mean, why would you not be able to pull the boat right up here, right? Which means we can get to that island there. By boat, we can get off that island and sort of have our own little Balaya experience. You should still be able to take the boat up this far. I could be wrong. I mean, it could be blocked off for somehow for boats. But I mean, I can't imagine that you can't do it. I think that's where you probably can't take the boat because of the rocks, right? But that would be an interesting place to go by foot. The sad part is, to get over there, you've got to get a boat, right? Like, there's no other way to go around and get over, at least that I've seen. But I'm assuming... I don't know. What will fishing be like in that little spot? Alright, where's camp? Camp is like right over here. I'm glad we figured out those... Oh my word. I'm glad we figured out where the heavy conventional reels come in. Okay. Okay. I think we've gone long enough. I need to get fishing. A lot to figure out. The thing that has probably thrown me off the most is the refunding of spin points and how conventional reels comes into the mix. They're already talking about saltwater. Already talking about saltwater. Okay. All right. Hey, listen. This is the intro to Lower Tunguska River. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. It is a bit overwhelming for me, just my first look and first reaction. Some of it's like different, like, than what I was expecting. The amount of new reels, just the amount, and the amount of changes to reels is pretty significant. This will be fun next time we do a leveling series to figure out what some of the implications are of those changes to low-level reels for what it's like for new players. And there's just a lot to figure out here, and I'm easily overwhelmed. Like, I'm analytical, and so when I get a lot of new information and stuff, like, I need to go digest it and think through it and look at it more closely off video. So that has thrown me a little bit, but it's very exciting. It's always fun to have new places to fish. There's so many new fish species here. You know, that it's just going to be really fun to start figuring things out. As always, thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you soon. I'll try to create some more videos soon, but I think the first step is just to start getting some experience here. And then once we start seeing some stuff that works, then we'll certainly start creating some videos specifically to this water body. And I'll be streaming today as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.